welcome to the video. I'm Jessie, and this video is going to be kind of all over the place. This is week 7 of me doing the artist's way, and it's like the end of the week and I haven't done an introduction, and I've done a bunch of other stuff, so I figured we should talk a little bit, do a little bit of a check-in on the whole artist's way situation. If I'm being totally honest, I'm kind of losing interest in this whole thing. It's just that I feel good. I feel inspired. I feel creative, and I just want to like go be creative, and I feel like I have accomplished what this book sets out to do. I am going to keep going with it, but I'm going to be following it pretty loosely. Chapter 7 is kind of a fun chapter though. I said in the last video that I wasn't really feeling the reading, but I am kind of vibing with chapter 7 more. It is called Recovering a Sense of Connection, and it's just about tuning in, listening to your intuition, paying attention to the world around you. It says, art is not about thinking something up, it's about the opposite, getting something down. It also goes over like perfectionism and taking risks. Something that I highlighted in this section is, we've all heard that the unexamined life is not worth living, but consider too that the unlived life is not worth examining. There was something a while back in a previous chapter that said something, it was talking about self-expression, and it said you have to have a self to express, basically. The sneaky thing about this book is like you go into it thinking that it's going to teach you how to be more creative, and it does, but it does it through just teaching you how to live a more fulfilling, interesting life. So it's sneaky, like it's a sneaky bait and switch. And then something that I thought was kind of cool is that I was looking at the tasks and I realized that over the previous weekend I already completed some of these tasks without even knowing what was coming. One of the tasks says to create a wonderful smell in your house, whether it's with soup, incense, fir branches, candles, or whatever. And it just so happened that my husband and I went to like a little arts and crafts market over the weekend, and I got myself a new candle. Oh, and it does smell so good. It's like an appley, very fall scent though. So I did that one, and then also at the same art market, I was able to complete another one of the tasks that says to buy yourself a wonderful pair of socks, a wonderful pair of gloves, a wonderfully comforting, self-loving something. And I had found these little, they're fingerless gloves. Aren't they so cute? But I saw these and I thought they'd be good for dog walking because you have your fingers free, so you can like give treats and stuff, but still keeps your hands warm. And they're made out of old wool sweaters, so I liked that aspect of them too. I just thought it was funny that I checked off a couple of the tasks without even realizing what I was doing. So I was ahead of the game on that. There's obviously more tasks in here, but I kind of made up my own stuff to do instead. And that's what we're doing in this video. You will see me again in this outfit, just a heads up. She's smelling the candle. Anyway, yeah, here's the rest of the video. Oh, Journey has not been on a proper adventure in quite a while, and so we are gonna take a little hike up to the top of this butte this morning. And it's a little cloudy, so I don't know how much of a view we'll have when we get up to the top, but it'll still be good for her. There'll be lots of smells to smell, and it'll just be a nice little walk. So let's go. Okay. I'm going to decorate for Halloween today, but first I wanted to show you what I was working on in the beginning of this video. Look how cool these turned out. I'll just show you one, but I think these turned out so cool. If you watched my last video, I went thrifting for some Halloween decor and I found these for $1 a piece, and they were kind of gross looking, but I just thought they were so cool. I saw the vision. I knew they could be cleaned up and revitalized a little bit, and the detail in these is so good, and I think they came out looking real cool. So yeah, I just painted them black and then used rub and buff to bring out the details, and I've never used that before, but it was really easy and they look way better than when we started. So those are the candlesticks, and then I also painted this little guy and glittered him up. There he goes. I think he ended up looking pretty fun too. Yeah, just a couple new little touches to my Halloween decor and a fun little crafty day. I'm hot. I'm already really warm, so I'm gonna take this off. Just trying to look all fallish. Yeah, so I'm going to just get my decorations out and go to town.
These. She likes to eat these. What do we got in here? Should we lay it all out so we can see? Good stuffs. Is there good stuffs in here? Yeah.
So this is pretty much everything that I have. I don't have a ton of Halloween stuff, just enough to make it feel a little bit festive in here. Mostly what I do is focus on the mantle. I really like doing my spooky mantle. So most of this will end up there, and then just a few things kind of scattered throughout the rest of the room, and a few things in the kitchen I got new this year. So and while I'm decorating, I'm going to listen to the new episode of the Two Girls, One Ghost podcast, which, if you're not familiar with the Two Girls, One Ghost podcast, it's a fun one. Basically, the hosts just read listener submitted real life ghost stories. I love real life ghost stories. They get me every time. I want to hang this guy up here on the top of that mirror, but it's very tall. I have to figure out how to get it up there. I probably have to take this mirror down so I can put a little nail in it or something. I need a real ladder. I'll be right back. That detail is just gonna have to wait till later when my husband gets home and he can help me get up there because it's too high, the mirror's too heavy. I don't like ladders, and I'm just gonna work on the rest of it. I'll show you when it's all done later on, okay?
Did you put your toy in the basket?
It's true agreed. I'll spell it. A-Z-A-Z-E. Okay. I was 13. I had no clue what to do. these were not human prints. They were a very distinct pose in the snow. I followed the prints through.
I don't really remember how I set these up. And these ones are broken, so they're like super wobbly. They look stupid. I need to fix this, but also I think that I'm going to put these black candles in my new candlesticks somewhere else. Very stormy out. I got this scary podcast on. The vibes are very spooky, which is perfect. I made these last year and they're so cute. I love these. They're just so cute. I also made these little needle felted pumpkins. There's a couple spots where I thought it would be nice to have some prints, some artwork. So I'm just searching for free images that are available in the public domain, and I found a website that has like a roundup of some spooky prints. So I'm gonna take a look at that and see if there's anything that I want to print out. I think this one's kind of cool. I thought this one was kind of cool. It's a doctor. It's a doctor's office, and he's got a scalpel in his hand or something, and there's a skeleton in this cupboard. Ooh. And then over here is like the Grim Reaper coming through the door. This one's really creepy. It's like witches, and I don't know what's going on there. I kind of love these vintage Halloween postcards. Ooh, creepy kids. All right, I went with the postcards. I did 3 of them. And pretty much I just chose, this one's a little witch on a broom. I just chose them based on the orientation. I wanted the landscape orientation, so I had to get the creepy kids in there. It's not Halloween without a few creepy kids. And then this one. Cute. Very cute. And I also remembered that I had made some prints a couple years ago for Halloween, and I had this kind of, it's just like a gothic floral arrangement, so I'm gonna use this one since I already had it. Yeah, and then that should be about it. When my husband gets home, I will have him help me hang that skeleton, and then I can show you the final walkthrough, the final result. while I'm waiting for Lauren to get home to help me finish decorating, I've been listening to this podcast about ghost stories and whatnot. I kind of have one, so I'm going to share it. When we lived in our first house, it was in Spokane, Washington. My husband at the time, he would have to travel for work, and whenever he was gone, I would sleep on the couch because that's safer, obviously, you know, when you can be by the front door. And I could watch TV and whatever while I was falling asleep. But one time when he was gone, I was on the couch. I was ready to go to sleep. And the way that our sofa was facing, there was a light from the hallway that was shining right in my eyes. I didn't want to turn the light off, but I also didn't want it shining right in my eyes. And that hallway it was a long hallway. It was like a ranch style house, long hallway, 2 lights, one closer to the living room where I was sleeping and one further back that I couldn't see directly. And I kept thinking, I wish I could just turn that front one off. I wish I could just turn off that one that's shining in my eyes and keep the further away one so that I could still have the night light, but not have the light right directly in my eyes. The longer it went on, I couldn't sleep. I wanted that light off so bad, and I kept thinking about it. And as I was looking at the light and wishing that I could just turn that one single light bulb off, all of a sudden, it went off. That light turned off. Just that one light. The one that I was thinking that I wanted turned off. It went off while I was looking at it, thinking about it. And that could just be a very convenient coincidence, but like, it was very strange. It was weird. And I think about it all the time, and I'm always like trying to move stuff, turn things on and off with my mind, and I never been able to do it again. So I don't know. After that happened though, obviously, even though it was exactly what I wanted to happen, I couldn't sleep anyway because what happened? What happened? I don't know. I'll never know. Pretty weird. It was pretty weird. So if you have something like that that's ever happened to you, if you have like a little ghost story, I know sometimes they're personal and people don't like to talk about them, but if you do, if you are the type of person that likes to tell your stories, I am the type of person that loves to hear them. So feel free to share in the comments.